We got 4 altcoins that are pushing back up and are breaking out. We're going to be covering them in this video. Guys, we're going to be covering Ondo. We're going to be covering Chainlink, AAVE, and last but not least, XRP. I'm Blockchain Crusader with Real World Asset Watchlist. If you guys aren't hitting that subscribe and like, definitely do so right now. Let's jump right into it. First off, we got on-chain analysis here happening with World Liberty Finance buying up AAVE and Link, which has really led AAVE and Link to have a major rally this week, even though the rest of the altcoins were pulling back. And we know that World Liberty Finance is tied to the Don, the U.S. President-elect Donald Trump, right? But let's get right into the technicals of these different cryptos and where they could be headed next. First off, we have Chainlink. Chainlink's had a major breakout here to $30 after all the other altcoins were pulling back here because World Liberty Finance has been buying up Link, right? So what are some critical levels here for Link? We are currently fighting through this resistance of $29 to $30 zone right now. If we can stay above this area and continue pushing, our first target is going to be $34.64 for Chainlink. And above that, we have a monthly naked point of control all the way up at $47.77 for Chainlink before we start running towards that all-time high of $53 for Chainlink. Now, if we lose this area of resistance here, right, if we start dropping back down, we're going to be looking for $26 to hold as support, as it was a lot of resistance back here in the last couple of weeks. So we will hope for 26 to hold before we can continue pushing back up. Now, up next, we got AAVE, another one that has been running and having a major run this week overall. AAVE has broken through many key levels this entire week, right? We ran from $241, retested this area as support when we got rejected off $289 and have been bouncing since then, since the 10th of December, breaking through these regions here, yearly pivots, yearly naked point of controls, and monthly point of controls, right? So now we're kind of topping off a little bit here around $396, having a little bit of pullback, right? You know, a little bit of red candle today. But if we do pull back, we're going to be looking for this yearly pivot of $334 to hold between there to $312. Hopefully this area here holds as support for AAVE to continue running with an overall target of the blue zone range, which is an area that we're looking for the value area high of $461 before breaking out and running for that $527 area for AAVE right now, right? Up next, we've got the one, the only Ondo, baby. Let's go. Ondo has been breaking new all-time highs. If you guys aren't excited for Ondo, I don't know what to tell you guys, right? One of the largest real-world asset plays out here in crypto has been, like I said, breaking out of previous all-time highs of $1.48. We ran all the way up to $1.95, and then just yesterday, we made a new all-time high again of $1.97. Today, we hit $2. Actually, today, at the time of recording, we hit $2 and are slightly pulling back right now, right? We are currently right below at 185. We're going to be looking for this 175 to hold as support, as it's been doing here in the past, right? Hopefully we can hold this as support. If we can, our next targets are going to be 209 to 213. That is the 1.65 fib retracement, right, to the upside. So we're going to be looking for that area. If we can blast through that area, our next big zone here is at $2.46 for Ondo. Guys, smash those likes and hit that subscribe if you haven't already. This is getting wild for Ondo, right? And obviously, we got more targets to the upside, but before we get ahead of ourselves, right, we got to keep it real here. These are the areas we're looking for if Ondo can break past this $2 zone and start flipping that into support. Now, if we continue pulling back, like I said, 175, maybe down to 161, right? Really depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin has a major pullback, Ondo could pull back as well. But overall, Ondo's been holding up pretty resiliently, even with Bitcoin's pullback earlier this week. Ondo did hold up. Now, one last round. We said 4. The last one we're going to be covering here, that's right, it's XRP, guys. XRP. XRP here has been in an interesting position in of itself. XRP has been in this downward trend, right? Creating a little bit of a triangle right here, as you guys can see, with this weekly pivot of 232 and been held down by this lower high, right? We made a high, lower high as of today. Now, we have a little bit of a gold pocket up here to the upside of 255. Hasn't been tapped yet. If we can break out of this little triangle and start moving to the upside, break above this gold pocket, we do have a move up here to the one, which is $2.90 with an untapped weekly pivot of $3.04 right above that, which is going to be a very, very critical level. Once we can start flipping $3 and get some support there, we're going to be looking at 318 to 332 in the short term here for XRP. Now, if XRP cannot hold 232 as support here and we start dropping out of this triangle to the downside, look for 209 and 196 as our last line of defense. If that area of 196 does not hold, we could be dipping into the $1 area all the way to be 171, even 157. But this is going to be highly dependent. Once again, these big pullbacks on altcoins are going to be highly dependent on Bitcoin pulling back. And meanwhile, Bitcoin stays at this $100,000 region, the altcoins are looking pretty good, right? Meanwhile, the Bitcoin dominance also doesn't have a massive spike. Overall, altcoins are looking to be accumulating here in this area of these support zones before the next leg up in the market. Guys, so that's what I've been covering here for the altcoin. We covered XRP, Ondo, Chainlink, AAVE, and so many more things are going to be covered in this channel, guys. If you guys are not hitting that subscribe to the Real World Asset over on X and here on the YouTubes, you guys are missing out. Like I said, I'm Blockchain Crusader, and we'll see you here next time in Real World Asset Watch List.